Hello everybody, my name's Hal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you, or showing you, one, how to build a Trunda team, specifically a FYNA Trunda team, and two, how to run it. Because running it can be by far the hardest part. Trunda teams are very gear intensive, but they are very knowledge intensive, and if you don't know what you're doing, they are basically useless. So let's go ahead, start with what the team is, then we'll look at the builds, and then we'll look at how to run it. So this is my team: Trunda, Ashnar, Togron, Gerbtuk, Ramantu, and FYNA. So there are two parts to this team that are certainly intriguing, one being Togron and two being Ramantu. Togron might be somewhat self-explanatory. He has a lot of buffs, buff spread, turn meter boost, cleansing those debuffs, damage boosting, all the fun stuff that he does, but we have Ramantu here. Ramantu, he has a buff removal. He also has a decreased defense, weaken, decreased speed. Decreased speed, block buffs, all in one ability. Now, what Ramantu is going to do for us is all of those debuffs, and then Ashnar is going to spread them. We'll get more into that in just a little bit, but we're going to look at the builds really quick. We're going to do a super quick run through. If you want to see any of it, please just pause, guys. The run itself is going to take up an incredibly long amount of time, so I don't want to spend too much time with the builds. So Ashnar is the highest crit damage. He is a 9-piece feral. He has a malefic talent for crit damage. He has 5-star intimidating presence. He has false execution for crit damage, master hexer, and lasting gifts. Then we have our Trunda is 5-star. She's in Zeal and Merciless. She is at 9.4k attack, 192 speed, 381 crit damage. She doesn't have her 6-star soul, so she's missing a good amount of speed, missing a good amount of speed and attack glyphs. She has a 4-star coronet with Boss Slayer, 5-star Nature's Wrath, and these are her masteries. Then we have Togron. He is in 9-piece protection. He has a wand, which doesn't really matter. Donating presence doesn't really matter. These are his masteries. We're really just focused on lasting gifts. That's pretty much the only thing that we care about on him. The next person we have is our Gerbtuk. He is in 9-piece protection, Journal of Necrodos, Cruelty. He eventually will be our highest crit damage champion, but we need a 4-star soul for that. Then we have our FYNA. She's almost 400 speed and 9-piece protection, a Journal of Necrodos, Cruelty, and War Master with Lasting Gifts. Lasting Gifts is very important. And then we have our Ramantu. Ramantu is in Hex and Impulse. His stats honestly don't matter. He just has to have accuracy. He has to be in Hex, and Impulse really does help. He has Cruelty. His masteries don't really matter. If anything, it would be better if he was in War Master. Now, besides him, are we forgetting anybody? No, I believe we've already looked at all of their builds. Let's go here to explain it a little bit better. The turn order is going to go FYNA, Ashnar, Togron, Ramantu, Gerbtuk. Oh. Oh, okay. No, okay. It's gonna go FYNA, Ashnar, Togron, Gerbtuk, Ramantu, Trunda. Gerbtuk, giving him a few extra turns in Ramantu can be somewhat valuable. And then Trunda coming in last with 212 speed once she has her bonuses. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, you might ask, why do I just not use Lydia? Well, Ashtar in a feral set, when he uses his debuff spread, we get all of the spread debuffs that all the debuffs that he's spreading, he now gets the feral boost on them. Pair that with his HP burn and everything, his passive, he's doing a lot of damage boosts. This is genuinely what can be the difference of 500 mil and 1 billion off the rip. It's actually insane. I don't know why it's such a damage differential. It just is what it is. Okay, thank God we started off with what we needed. All right, so the start of this run, we are just putting out all the debuffs and things that we need. FYNA, being as fast as she is, actually allows us to cycle more than just one champion, which is really nice. And so we're just gonna go like this. We are going to reset our Ashnar because, by the time that we need to, we will already have moved around quick enough. Um, yeah, okay, we're gonna hold off one turn because Trunda still has her one turn. I might have messed this up. Yeah, I did mess this up. We might have to reset. Okay. No, but we got very, very unlucky with the damage that we got. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Um, do I want to reset over that? Let's see. No, we got Hex on everybody. No, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to do this. Uh, okay, we do get a big spread, which is very good. Um, hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. We are going to try and boost Trunda to have her knock this head out. Now, this isn't going to be perfect. We are going to be missing a bit of damage, but by doing that, we get that up. We are missing increased crit damage. So I'm going to put up increased crit damage. This is a little bit scuffed. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We are... Yeah, dude, this is definitely pretty scuffed because we're going to lose our buffs. We might have to reset anyways. Dude, might just be cursed. No, okay, we do get our buffs up. Now, Ashnar should get us back around. Can we get a hex? No, we didn't get a hex. That's tough. Okay. Alright, give us some more buffs. We have all of the buffs that we need. I don't think we have to... Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna do it to boost. Ah, such bad RNG, man. We only got 400 mil. Okay. We're gonna reset. It is, it is what it is. We only got 400 mil. I do plan on taking whatever we get from this key at the end of this video anyways. So I want to make sure that we get a decent, we really get a decent key. And the start of the run is a very big indicator on how the run is actually going to go. Because sometimes the beginning of the run makes up a large majority of the damage you get at all. Just kind of how the RNG works. I used the wrong ability. Okay. Ignore me making very silly mistakes. Please, let's just there we go. All right. Cleanse, debuff, A2. Cool. All right. Now we try to land all 4. We did. That is fantastic. We spread all the debuffs. We can put this up. We're going to reset Ashnar. Going to cleanse Trunda. Now hold off here. All right, now we can go ahead and hit. Start out with 31. All right, we're going to use this to turn meter boost. Going to turn meter boost again. Turn meter boost off this A1. Ooh, we are 1 turn off on him, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the run quite yet. So we're just gonna do what we can to cycle around as quick as possible. All right, so we put out our debuffs here. I'm gonna hold off one more turn on resetting Trunda. We might be screwed over here. Yeah, looks like we're not gonna quite get the run that we want here either. Ah, man, the start can be quite the pain to set up. It's all right. we have to reset, it is what it is. So we're gonna do that. Yep, we gotta reset one more time. Hey, even if you know what you're doing, again, these teams are just purely RNG, which is why I don't enjoy running them, to be entirely honest with you guys. I know quite a few of my best videos that I've put out have been Trunda teams. They've been these very RNG heavy teams. They're just not that fun to run. I mean, it's incredibly fun to see the giant numbers that you get. See right there, losing that, we just lost a chunk of damage. We lost millions of damage off of that single missed HP burn, which is crazy to think about. A single missed HP burn is going to cost us millions of damage. Ah, all right. Now we're going to hold off on that. Doesn't matter what we do here. We just want to cycle around. We end up killing, even though I misplayed that. All right, we need one turn, so we're just going to immediately boost up, cleanse. We need one there. All right. So we need Ramadu to go into Ashnar. So we got our debuffs out. Should we wait one turn, or we probably should try and wait out one more turn to force Trunda back around. So yeah, we're gonna try that. So we spread, we got decreased speed out there. Yeah, we have to wait. We have to wait. Let's try and boost him. Yeah, okay. Ooh, close. Alright. Please, game. Please. Let us cycle quick enough. Alright. Boost turn meter. Come around. Boost turn meter. Nope. Come on, please spread some buffs. Nope. Turn meter again. We're doing everything we can. Alright. This is... How close to a perfect setup do we have? We have 3 poisons. We have HP burn, which means we're maxed out there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 buffs, which means we're missing 3 buffs. We have Ashnar putting out uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 debuffs on everybody. We have a lot of stuff going right for us. So let's see. There we go. 886 million. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now we have to make a pivot to get out all of our stuff immediately. That's all that this is now that we've done the right thing for the first time, we now have to replicate it as many times as possible over and over and over. So we can start with where do we want to put our debuffs? I don't want to put it on this head because it takes an extra turn. I'm just going to throw it all right here. We can extend the turn count. And yeah, all it is doing exactly what we did again. That's all that Trunda teams are, guys. They're not too hard. They are just tedious. And so our reset doesn't need to go on anybody yet. Like I said, well, like I showed before, the biggest thing is we're going to save it for Ashnar for the first reset and then swap to Trunda. So actually, with this setup that we have now, what we're going to do is we are going to start with doing a boost with Ashnar. Now, if we can get Hex, yep, we did, awesome. We have to wait out this anyways, but we do want to get our buffs up we need to get hopefully one or two more turns on Ashnar before. Yeah, so we have we have probably three more turns on Ashnar. Okay. I guess that went down a little bit. We want to get this turn on Ashnar right here. We want to wait it out. We need 3 turns. So what that means is we need to get, well, we have this first turn, which should take this down to 2, I believe. We'll come back around. Yeah, we'll come back around. It'll be 2. And then that should be right before, I believe. Right before Trunda smacks is when we'll get that next turn. Um, yeah, that's how I know what I'm thinking in my head. It's kind of hard for me to put it into words. Apologies if it just seems like I'm kind of rambling. Okay, so that's kind of crappy. No, that's just really crappy. Okay, we're probably gonna have to do this now and reset him immediately. We have this cleanse to do. Yeah. All right. I think we hold off. I think we hold off on doing that. Trunda is ready. FYNA is nowhere near ready. I think we're gonna wait one turn. That one turn should give us a chance to cycle around a little bit better. Yeah, let's make sure he gets his stuff. Yeah, we're ready here. We have we're good here. We're good on everybody. Everybody's ready. Which means this is when we get our next cycle of damage. Yep, she's ready. Awesome. All right. All cooldowns are good. So we can start by smacking. We then wait one turn, of course. We just boost turn meter. Now we're going to put our debuffs on either a magic or a force affinity head. We're going to do it on a magic head because we don't want to do any extra damage to this force head than we have to. We will go ahead and reset Trunda. We will put out our... No, okay, actually, we're going to wait on putting out our debuffs. There, we put those out. We buff up again. We try to get Hex as many as we can. Now we can use this. We will wait one turn. Hopefully we don't kill. This is very risky. Thank goodness. Okay. So we are good on our buffs, I believe. Yep, we are all good there. We can put these out. We can swap forms. Put all of that out. Maybe we get an extra buff or two on Trunda. Nope. We are missing a hex on both of these heads, so we're going to try to get one out. We didn't get one. It's okay. We don't need a reset. Nobody needs reset. Trunda is ready. Here we go. We are going from 923 up to 1.7. So we got another 800 mil. Fantastic. Now, if we had this, this perfect cycle going for the rest of the time that we are running this, I mean, we would be in a perfect situation. In a perfect situation, be about 10x this, meaning we get about 17 billion damage. Now, will we realistically do that? Absolutely not. There are so many factors that can make this a very, very rough run or a very great run. Now, I can't say what it'll be because I have no idea. There's just, like I said, there's so many factors that go into how these runs really turn out. So far, it's been a very solid start. All right, so we get around. This is a little annoying, but we got the HP burn, which was the biggest deal, to make sure that we get our provoke out. This isn't an issue. We already have HP burns out, which, all we have to do to handle this is use Ramontu, since we have the HP burns out. Do I want... No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead, get rid of all their buffs. We have to wait until this is gone, so we're just gonna hit this head for now. We need to buff up with everybody. So Togron, we need to buff up with our... Oh, okay. So we are actually in a little bit of an iffy situation. We might have to wait out 2 turns on everybody. And knowing that now, it really does help. As long as you're able to assess the situation before it happens, you're usually looking really good. So right at this moment, we could go ahead and use Trunda's stuff. No, we cannot anymore, because this head has now gotten that. So yeah, we're just gonna wait it out. Uh, where should we? Oh, this is so weird. This is a very weird situation to be in. Because if I spread, hmm, because they're gonna cleanse, and then we're gonna be in a situation where we have to fully reset. Now, the only issue with fully resetting is the... Oh, okay, Ashnar's about to die. Okay. I guess that brings another level of iffiness to this, no? Who's gonna take the next turn? It might be Mischief, and if it's Mischief, that really messes us up. Yeah, it might be. I'm gonna hope... Goodness, okay. Okay. Now, if Trunda could lose her buffs, we maybe don't kill. That specifically... Okay. Ooh. Alright. I want to go with... I'm gonna go with an A2 into here to... Yes! Okay. Okay. We're not... We're not screwed yet. We reset Trunda now. And we're fine with... We actually like this head getting that continuous heal. That helps us a lot. Yeah, we just have to watch to make sure that they don't get that out again. Everybody's going to be low enough where if I get a decreased defense on this head, we can smack and everybody will die. Okay. Alright, she does not have increased crit rate. We need to make sure that we have that out. Make sure we're ready. Alright. There we go. Now we will wait on putting out those debuffs because, again, we have to cycle through everybody else first. And Togron has to use this, which would have cleansed those. We will put this out on the Force Head. Now we will go ahead and put our debuffs out. Ooh, okay. Looking a little iffy here. We're going to wait 1 turn on the FYNA. We will spread those. Now we're going to try and get as many buffs out as possible, as quick as possible. Ooh, looking very iffy on the HP bars here. Okay. Ooh, this is... we're cutting it close here. Oh, we're cutting it very, 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 very close here. Please, game, let us turn meter boost here. All right, please turn meter boost her. Yep, we did get some boost action. All right, we get some more boost. Awesome. Okay, going from 1.7 up to 3.4. Wow. I'm sorry, what 3.4 minus 1.7. We doubled our damage in that single hit. We just got a 1.7 billion damage hit. Wow. My goodness. That is certainly something. We are just under 100 mil per boss turn. That is not too bad, if you ask me. All right. Well, that's impressive. I'm I'm very happy with that. Oh my. All right. Well, what should we do here? We have to provoke this head. I think we just hold off. I don't see any reason that we do anything extra. So yeah, we're gonna get some more HP burns out on Trunda to help continue on boosting her coronet. Whew, that was a giant hit. That's one of the bigger hits I've ever seen from my Trunda. All right, now we're gonna block their stuff. We don't want them to continue to get to do whatever they want to. Guess we'll start out by boosting ourselves and getting that out. We want to swap forms on our Ashnar as soon as possible. Trunda is closing in on her turn count, which is good. Yeah, so we need to swap forms on our Ashnar. Put a decreased defense on this head, preferably. Good. All right. Now, we don't have to reset anybody because Trund is actually coming very close uh, to her turn counts anyways. Yeah, so she's actually there already. We would like to go ahead and, yeah, place these debuffs on this head. We can provoke for now. And we would like to, yeah, we want to try and get a hex out on this head if we can. So we're kind of in a weird situation at the moment because we have to get a hex out or we have to spread, and in that situation we have to go ahead and use FYNA's reset on Ashnar right now. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to spread so then we can get a proper cycle going. Ooh, or we could get bad RNG here. Oh, we actually did all right. All right, let's reset him. We can boost and cleanse. We can hold off. Ooh, Trunda got her eat counter, which kind of sucks. It just slows down her damage. I mean, that's just another level of RNG to the team. We do have Ashnar with enough damage where he can break people out just fine. So we are ready. Let's go ahead. Kill. We start by turn meter boosting, increase speed, turn meter boosting. This time, again, we're going to put these out over here. We spread those. We will wait one turn. We are going to reset Trunda. She should get one turn. And in this situation, this is the tankiest head in the game. We shouldn't kill. Yep, we're good. We're going to try and get a hex out on as many heads as we can. Sadly, bad RNG didn't get it on a single one. But it's okay. No big deal. Now we want Gerptuck to put out his debuffs. We want to get some buff spread action going. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 buffs, all debuffs. We're missing 1 debuff per head, which kind of sucks, which is Hex, which does boost our damage by a lot. So right now we're at 3.4. Where are we going to be after this hit? Let's see. went from 3.4 to 4.5. So 1.1 billion damage on that cycle. I mean, that's fantastic. Absolutely no complaints from me. So guys, that is all we're going to be doing. I hope that this has shown you how to run a Trunda team, what to watch out for, kind of how you need to focus on your cycle. Focusing on the turn counts on each of the champions during your cycle is a very, very big deal. It does change absolutely everything. If you're not very mindful of how you're running it, you will run into some issues. It happens to everybody. Sometimes you get some bad RNG, like I just did. And when that happens, you have to know what to do. You have to know, okay, I have this ready. I have Gerp Tuck stuff up in one turn, and we're gonna be fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording. We are already 30 minutes in. Only 20 minutes into this run. This run is going to be over an hour long. I want to go ahead and just go ahead and knock this out. Watch on YouTube as I do that, and I'll come back once the run is over. If we get some good RNG for the rest of the time, I should break my record. We are only a couple billion off of my record already. I think my record was like 8 billion. So with how it's going right now, we should be clocking over 15. That's, if I do get some good luck. If not, it's not a big deal. I just want to see what this team is capable of in its current state. So I will come back to you guys once the run is over. Alright guys, well, I have had awful, when I say awful, I mean horrendous RNG since I turned off the recording. So my total damage has dropped off. Probably about 4 to 5 billion at this point. I should be at about 12. As you can see, I'm nowhere near 12. So, things can go wrong very quickly. I made a couple mistakes. It is majority my fault. Now, did I have some really bad luck? Yes. Is there anything I could have done about it? No. But as long as we're able to break 10, I'm very happy with that result, which I still think we're going to break 10. I'm just a bit frustrated at the moment with how some of this has gone. Because I really felt like I was going to get 15 this time, but yeah, it seems like 15 is not going to be happening. So we are going to, continue running this run, trying to get as high damage as I possibly can. I just wanted to give you guys a little update as to what was going on, because it has been it's been driving me crazy. I'm trying my best, but things happen. So I will continue on, and I'll see you guys at the end of the run. Alright, so we have continued to get very bad RNG. We see the turn count. I know, I will say it now. I'm well aware I could get a lot more than what I'm getting out of this run. I'm going to shoot for just at 10 billion, and at that point, I'm going to end the run. I don't care to get more than 10. I feel like 10 is a really cool new PB, but anything over 10 is it's whatever to me right now. I'm doing a lot for my clan by getting 10, and I really want to see my PBs go up in solid increments. And what I mean by that is, I've gone from, I don't know, it's either 7 or 8 billion. I want to see that go up to, 10, and then like 15, 20, going up to like 11. Just, I don't know. In my head, I don't like it. And, it's my account, it's my progression. And if I want to see it done in a certain way, I don't see anything wrong with that. And with this run, I know I'm doing a lot for my clan, a lot more for my clan than I've ever done before, which so there's no way for anybody to be upset. So I'm happy with what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna go ahead, cap it out at 10. Once we get there, I'll kind of talk about any of the extra things that I noticed throughout the run, kind of what the average cycle damage was, and some fun things like that. So I'll see you guys at the end of the run. So I have gotten as close to 10 as I can. 10.01. I'm fine with that. We end up with 40.05 billion clash points. We can see the damage breakdown. We have 9 billion on Trunda, just under, 500 mil on Ashnar, 500 mil on Ramontu. Yeah, I mean, I'm incredibly happy with this turnout. I had, like I said before, I went from it was either like it was between 6 and 7. No, it was between 6 and 8 billion before this, and now we have gone over 10. With good RNG, 15 was definitely easy to do. Next time I do one of these videos or whatever it may be, I plan on shooting for 15. And then after that, 20, 25, and until the point where I literally can't grow my damage until I pull Theodosia is kind of the goal. So guys, I do appreciate y'all for watching. If you did like this video, if you did learn anything from it, please consider liking and subscribing. Some of the things that I've noticed when running this is one, you gotta try and wait to put the debuffs out because Trunda will one-shot the heads with her A1. That was probably my biggest issue, and that's where a lot of my RNG came from, is that Trunda wasn't weak hitting the heads. So either she needs to not have increased crit rate, or there needs to be some forced heads out there, and sometimes there just wasn't forced heads. And the way that this cycle goes with this team specifically, you have to put out debuffs and then cycle back around to Ashtar, and there's a lot of RNG to it. So overall, this team is consistent. It is consistently RNG heavy at points, but overall, I am very happy with it. It is less RNG than any other team I've ever used, any other team I've ever built. I'm very happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.